Adopted kids. What's the darkest thing a family has ever done to you? I was 12 years old when I finally got adopted. My new parents wrapped me in a warm hug and promised I'd never go through pain again. I believed them until I met their biological son, Tyler. He was my age, in the same grade, and weirdly, we even kind of looked alike. I thought we'd be friends. But on the second week living there, he came home with a bad grade and beat me up so badly I couldn't move properly for days. I didn't want to seem like a tattletale. So I limped around the house, obviously in pain, hoping they'd notice. At dinner, they finally asked, Gigi, what happened to you? Before I could speak, Tyler smirked and said, that was me. Got another C in math. My mom reached over and took my hand. Tyler has severe academic anxiety, she said, completely calm. He sometimes acts out physically. The last foster kid we had couldn't handle it. We had to send him back after Tyler broke his arm. Dad jumped in. But you're different. You're strong. We saw your file, all those homes you survived. And just like that, it hit me. I wasn't adopted to be a son. I was there to be Tyler's punching bag with his social security number. School was the only place I felt normal. Even after everything, I was good at it. Straight A's came easy. Teachers liked me. But I knew if my adoptive parents found out, they'd twist it somehow. So, I pretended to be failing. Played dumb. I even let them believe I was just like Tyler, another broken kid. One afternoon, I was doing homework in my room when my mom barged in, grinning. Me and your dad just saw your report card. Congratulations. She kissed my forehead and I tensed, waiting for the catch. You're so smart, she said. Tyler failed everything. Again. I offered to tutor him just to play along, but she waved it off. No tutoring, she said. Then paused. You two look so alike. I think it would be better if you took his tests and he took yours. Just switch names. I wanted to scream. Run. Burn the house down. But I thought about where I came from, the group homes, the older kids stealing my food, having to sleep with one eye open. Even being Tyler's personal homework slave felt safer than going back. So I said, yeah, of course I'm down. And she walked out with my report card like it was hers. The very next Monday, I walked into Tyler's math class while he slid into mine. I put his name at the top of the test and aced it. Meanwhile, Tyler was doodling stick figures on mine and failing on purpose. But the hits kept coming literally. He never stopped hurting me. He just got more clever about it. Started hitting me in places that didn't bruise easily. Called it strategic anger management. For my work, he got a new car. I got a bus pass. The worst part? Teachers praising him for everything I did. One time, I wrote a flawless essay on To Kill a Mockingbird under his name. Mrs. Garcia pulled him aside and said, this shows real emotional depth. You should join the literary magazine. He laughed in her face and said, readings for losers. She thought he was being modest. By sophomore year, Tyler had built a whole persona around his fake success. Walked around like a king. At parties, he'd say, yeah, I used to be dumb, but then I locked in. Mind over matter, you know? Those words haunted me. So, the next test I took for him? I tanked it. Not totally, just enough to drop his grade a bit. A harmless C-. But I didn't get away with it. The night report cards came out. My dad yanked me out of bed at 3 a.m. What he did to me next, I hadn't experienced anything like that since the darkest parts of foster care. When I finally gasped out a sob, promising never to mess up again, he patted my head like a dog. Good boy. Now go make Tyler breakfast. He's got a big test today. And that's when something inside me snapped. I stopped being angry and started being strategic. If they were going to treat me like a tool, I'd start acting like one, just not in the way they expected. They showed me exactly what they were. Manipulators. Abusers. Criminals who protected their image no matter what. And criminals? Criminals always make mistakes. Full story on the channel, link below.